and underscore the seriousness of the violation. This amount is not intended to compensate for the loss of office, but rather to vindicate the Constitution, restore the dignity of the affected party, and deter similar infractions in future impeachment proceedings. Lastly, we find that since most of the prayers sought in the consolidated petitions have failed, coupled with the public interest nature of this matter, parties herein ought to bear their respective courts. Given that the Gachagua case was resolved a decade ago with Mr. Gachagua receiving damages of 15 million, the lapse of time justifies an upward adjustment of the award.
These are now the final orders. Arising from all that we have said, these are the orders that we make. 1, the prayer seeking to quash the resolution of the Senate to impeach His Excellency Gachagua is hereby declined. 2, a declaratory order is hereby issued that His Excellency Gachagua's fair trial rights were infringed when the Senate declined to allow an adjournment in the impeachment proceedings despite his absence. 3, a declaratory order is hereby issued affirming the constitutional necessity for Parliament to enact a dedicated statutory framework governing the impeachment of Deputy President under Article 150 of the Constitution. 4, the court makes no findings on pension and emoluments. The first petitioner is at liberty to pursue the matter before an appropriate forum. 5, the court awards constitutional damages of Kenya shillings 50 million to His Excellency Gachagua payable by the Senate to vindicate the Constitution, restore the dignity of the affected party, and deter future violations. 6, parties shall bear their own costs given the public nature of these proceedings. And lastly, for the avoidance of doubt, any prayer not expressly allowed herein is accordingly disallowed. Before we take leave of this matter, we wish to record our appreciation to all counsel who appeared in these proceedings and all parties for their industry, diligence, and the quality of their submissions. Your collective effort has contributed to the development of constitutional jurisprudence on this subject. We also extend our gratitude to the judiciary staff who worked tirelessly to support the bench in ensuring that this decision, the first of its kind under the Constitution 2010, was rendered in time. Thank you very much.
When Her Ladyship, the Justice Dr. Mugambi, was reading part of the judgment, if I heard correctly, she said that the 10th respondent, UDA, filed written submissions on 28th August 2026. If my hearing is correct, then quite manifestly that is a typo that the court might wish to correct. Secondly, the first petitioner applies to have a copy of the judgment, 1, and 2, typed copies of the proceedings, and 3, a complete set of the video recording of the proceedings. We would wish to have those as quickly as possible, of course, upon payment of the necessary court fees. It's a long judgment, and I am sure the first petitioner will want to be advised once we as council understand each of the issues addressed in the judgment. This honorable court has rendered its opinion, so there is nothing to be raised with this honorable court. But once we understand each issue by reading the judgment, the proceedings, and the video recording, we will then be in a position to advise the first petitioner, for example, on whether to pursue his other rights, as this court has indicated. I thank the court.
Thank you.
May it please you, my lords, my lady. Jerry Minor for the third petitioner. I wish to request for the typed certified proceedings and the certified judgment. And my lords, my lady, for the tidiness of the proceedings, I request on behalf of all other petitioners in this matter. The third petitioner has already filed their notice of appeal. We request that you expedite the proceedings and the judgment so that we can take it on from here. Thank you.
My Lord, my name is Wanjiru. I have sat here for approximately 10 hours listening to this judgment. I certainly have heard you clearly and the disposition. Equally, despite it being the judgment of the court, I do not agree with some of the issues that the court has deliberated and the conclusion the court has arrived at. And most importantly, my Lord, when we came before you, we only did not just come for judicial recommendations on legislations. We thought that, my Lord, will leave this court with a clear judgment on how a violation ought to be dealt with. When we came before you, my Lord, and we moved you, most importantly, on the issues of constitutionality of the manner in which the proceedings were conducted, we did not come here for a remedy of a legislation. It will not benefit my clients whatsoever. And for that reason, my Lord, and granted the dissatisfaction with your judgment, I have equally advised my clients for the 4th, the 49 petitioners to launch and prefer an appeal. For that reason, my Lord, would wish to be supplied with certified copies of the proceedings, the judgment, and the transcript. And for the reason, my Lord, that we need the transcript is that, my Lord, part of what was delivered by Justice Murima when he was deliberating on the issue of the plenary and the committee, I can tell you, I had never heard what he said and what he concluded. I therefore, my Lord, would wish to have the transcript provided in verbatim, so that, my Lord, we're able to deliberate and internalize them. We are otherwise not dissatisfied. We are otherwise dissatisfied, and we shall not watch when the Constitution is being buried. Thank you.
Your Lordships, my lady, my name is Gachagua Dhuta for the 10th to 41st petitioners. And my Lord, I would like to request for the same materials that Senior Counsel Paul Muita has requested for. Thank you, my Lord.
My lords, my lady, I do associate myself with the submissions of fellow councils. My lord, there is a new twist into our constitutional declaration that we find a breach has been made, but then no outright remedy for that breach. My lord, if the constitution has been breached, then clearly it means then, the Senate where I sat and I followed the proceedings, it means then it didn't do its duty as required by the constitution. So we wish to appeal and we wish to be supplied as quickly as possible. We pay. My name is Daniel Manzo for third interested party. We will wish to be supplied with all the necessary proceedings certified so that we could advise our clients appropriately. I thank you, my lord.
My lords and my lady, my name is Sakimpa. I do appear for the 4th to 8th petitioners. Your lordship, we do confirm that we've already received instructions from our clients to appeal, and we have since filed our notice of appeal, and we request for the typed proceedings to be urgently provided. Thank you.
My lord, I'm equally instructed by Kibe Mungai to make the same application. He has equally instructed me to inform the court that it's important that we don't preside over the funeral of our constitution.
My lords and my lady, I'm Phyllis Wangui Kamau, appearing for the 43rd petitioner, and I wish to associate myself with the submissions of Senator Manzo because the decision finds us in a constitutional absurdity. And for that reason, we do wish to appeal, and I join my sister, Honorable Njeri, and Senior Counsel Muite to request for the type proceedings and the judgment. Thank you, my lords and my lady.
If it may please you, my lords and my lady, I'm Omanyi for the 57th petitioner. I think there was also a mistake with regards to the 57th petitioner. As the court was reading the judgment, it said that we had not filed our submissions and did not appear during the hearing, yet we appeared. So I think that is a mistake that the judgment and the court can correct the same. We also intend to file an appeal against this decision, and we request a copy of the judgment and the proceedings, certified copies of the proceedings. Much obliged.
My lords and my lady, I find myself in a very inauspicious position. I commend the proceedings, I close. But my lord, the reason is...
Excuse me, please respect the rights of the parties before the court. You are not before the court. Please sit down. Let's finish this matter or this file. If you have an issue with another file, we'll allow you to talk.
Okay, very well.
On behalf of the respondents, I presume we have no objection to the request for proceedings, and we have no request. We are waiting, my lord, for the appropriate time to respond to the appeals, and so we will wait for them in the Court of Appeal. We are happy to do that. Thank you. Finally, my lords, we just want to thank the court for delivering judgment. I think we've sat here for 9 hours from 12 to now. So we thank you for your patience. Thank you.
Mr. Kenyanjui.
Thank you very much, Your Lordship. My lord and my lady, I think I prefer them instead of bending.
Are you addressing us on this file or on another file? This file, you are not a party here.
It's because, my lord, I addressed you.
We cannot mix issues.
Yes, we're not mixing. Because in this file is implicated in civil application E291. All these petitions are part of E291. So the proceedings that commence these proceedings are relevant to my client. That's why, my lord, I was making a similar application when I addressed the court. If I could get an audio transcript, if I cannot get it typed, that's okay. I can get an audio. That is necessary for me before the Court of Appeal, so that I can show the Court of Appeal I brought to your lordships and my lady dependency of civil application E291 of 2026. That was limited to only that. Beyond that, I don't want to vex you. It's been a long day. So my request is for the transcript of the commencement of the proceedings up to the point that your lordship then directed that I shouldn't address you any further, because it implicates civil application E291 of 2026. I'm much obliged. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The prayers for certified proceedings, certified judgment, copy of judgment, and certified transcripts has been allowed, and you will be given those documents in the shortest time possible. We don't have a problem because all those documents are actually ready. So you should be able to get them within 3 days from now. Thank you very much. I think we can adjourn.
Good night.
Well, live pictures from the High Court right after that weighty ruling by the three High Court judges, Eric Ogolla, Freda Mugambi, and Anthony Mrima, who have upheld the impeachment of the ex-deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua. But interestingly, they've awarded him 50 million shillings in damages that are payable by the Senate after finding that senators violated his right to a fair trial by refusing to adjourn proceedings when he was ill. So it's now official that Rigathi Gachagua stands impeached. That's according to the ruling delivered by the three-judge bench of the High Court. And they've listed a couple of issues in that over 10-hour ruling that was delivered by the three-judge bench. And I just want to take you through some of the issues that were canvassed by the judges as they came to that particular ruling of upholding the impeachment of the former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. A lot was canvassed, so we'll just take you through one by one, even as we continue monitoring the developments happening at the corridors of justice, as we await perhaps comments from the legal representation of either side of the divide. Now, the three-judge bench of the High Court, as I mentioned, have upheld the impeachment, but they equally upheld their jurisdiction to hear and determine former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment case, reaffirming that Parliament is not supreme. The three-judge bench of the High Court equally found that no evidence was there to support claims that legislators